This is Melanie of The New Gray Mare and Wild Moon. I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to do my absolute best to make this fun and interesting for you and for me. Because why am I going to do it if it's not fun? I've had a lot of people come to me for help with setting up for conventions and shows. Tomorrow I will be vending at the Friendly Flea Market in Franklinton. Link will be below in the comments. And I figured I'd share a little bit of my process on getting prepped for a show. So what I have right here is my show bag, which has a lot of my essentials in it. I've got my tin with all of my price tags in it. So pencil, eraser, pencil sharpener. Yeah, broke my pencil at a show, didn't have a sharpener, not a good thing. Baggies for small items, oops, and hanging price tags for pricing all items. I will be needing this in a minute. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and water, because sometimes things get dirty at shows and it helps to just spiffy them up a little bit, keep them looking nice. This is my con binder. This goes to every single show with me. Inside, I have basics like scissors, whole bunch of spare pens. You never know when you're going to run out of pens at a show. Pamphlets from a show I attended in 2019. Apparently I don't clean this out as often as I should. Let's maybe not take those to the Friendly Flea. I will have wish lists of items I'm looking for at a convention. I have little divider tabs here. I'm very old school. I don't always trust technology. Blame it on growing up in the 80s and 90s, right? So I always put addresses of everywhere I am going or I want to go when I'm at a really long road trip convention. Like, say I'm driving to BabsCon in San Francisco. Maybe there's several places I'd like to stop along the way. Get all my addresses here so that way I can type them into my GPS, or if I need to, I can buy a road atlas or a local map and find my way there. Tickets. This is a big one. I have had a number of shows where I've shown up and they didn't find my tickets. My electronic ticket wouldn't pull up on my phone. I just like having a paper copy of them. Event info. So where I need to be, when I need to be there, what times the vendor hall is open, what time vendors can get in for setup. Signs. So these would be things like, oh wow, that's really old, I need to throw that away. Free Wi-Fi with my Karma, because Karma Wi-Fi used to allow you to set like 15 people up for Wi-Fi for free. So I'd hand this out to other vendors and save them from paying Wi-Fi fees. I've got signs about customization, and I have more of these for restoration that I would hand out to people so they could get my contact info and pictures of what I can do for them. And then the last tab is paper, because you never know when you're going to need more paper to price something or just write something down real quick. So I'll also have like thicker construction type paper, cardstock, printer paper, all sorts of that fun stuff. And this is supposed to be in there. This is my inventory list for what I have at flea markets, just so I can keep track of what's where. And then this binder is good. It's got everything I need in it for the Friendly Flea. Don't need to restock that. I also have a folder right here where I keep track of all my sales, because I do have a website and I take the items that are on the website to flea markets and conventions, I need to be able to remove the item from the website if I've sold it at the show. So this is how I keep track of that so I don't double sell an item. I've got yarn. This helps for pricing trickier items. Maybe you've got a book and you don't want to put anything sticky on it. Just cut a piece of the yarn, loop it around the cover of the book, and then put the price tag on, the hang tag on this. And the last thing is this tin, which usually I have business cards in, but I'm out of right now. And when I have sold an item, I remove the hang tag from the item and I put it in here every time. That works as a fail-safe for if it wasn't written down in my book. I've got the hang tag here so that way I can check both, make sure the item's removed from the website. PayPal reader. Gotta have a way to take credit card payments. So this is my PayPal reader. I've already had it charged. I like to keep it in the original packaging because it's big, it's easy to find, it keeps the charger with it. It's the way I do things. This wonderful brick, and it is a brick, it weighs like 3 pounds, is a battery backup. This will charge my laptop. It'll charge my cell phone 12 times. I was able to purchase this for about $120, but this was 10 years ago that I bought it. It was $120. I could buy a power drop at a convention for $150. I've had this for 10 years. Very, very handy, especially if you have anything that requires a USB for powering lights for your show. And then in the pocket, here I just have various charging cords. I do keep an Apple charging cord and a USB-C with me because I have helped out numerous other vendors with, hey, your phone's dying, just set it over here a minute, I got you. Black light. This one's a little bit more unusual. I sell items that glow in the dark as well as items that react to UV light, like My Little Ponies whose hair changes color in the sunlight. This enables me to show people how brilliantly something will glow or that the UV reactive hair still reacts and still has its color. So that's just handy for me. All right. That is all stuff I need for tomorrow. Now, this pile here, I can't help it. I go thrift shopping a lot. I've been thrift shopping 3 times in the past week. And I just kind of put all these items aside, and now I have a show tomorrow, so I need to process these. I figured I would show you a little bit of what processing items and preparing for a show involves. Found a glowworm, always very popular. This is a retro one. He's not one from the 80s, he is more recent. He was pretty dirty, so I've already washed him. He's already been dried. You can remove the glow sticks in order to wash them. So gotta put this back in there, otherwise he's not going to glow. There we go. So put that in there. And this glow stick does work. I have tested it. It's hard to tell because it's so bright in here. But yeah, I turned him on, so he works. Some little kid will be very happy to have him. I still have my childhood glowworm. All right, and then he needs a price tag. So vintage. This is not vintage. Retro glowworm. And I've already looked up his value online. I go to eBay, I look at completed sold listings. Doesn't matter what somebody's asking for an active listing if the item doesn't sell. You want to look at the sold listings. So I know this baby goes for about 20 bucks. that little hanging price tag around his arm. Set him aside. Some other fun items I have here are an 1985 ceramic music box. It does still work. Unfortunately, there's supposed to be another unicorn right here. It's a very, very clean break though, and it's not obvious that he's missing unless you know he's supposed to be there. And it's still very cute as is. So someone's going to love this. I like that the castle looks a little bit like My Little Pony Dream Castle. So this is a vintage music box. And again, I've already looked it up online. Put a price tag on there. Now this one, since it is ceramic and breakable, I'm going to have to find a cardboard box or something to pack it in a little bit nicer, just to make sure that no more pieces get broken off on it. There you go. So some other fun items I have here for the flea market are a Briar's horse in absolutely gorgeous condition. It's got a few scuffs. They should wash off pretty easy. Does he stand? I'm gonna take that as a no. Well, that's fun. Well, that was fun. The camera ran out of memory. So I guess I get to figure out how to splice videos together. Fingers crossed, I'm gonna figure this out. This is going to work. So rather than making you sit here and watch me put a price tag on every item, because this can take a while, I figure I'll just go over what else I've got here to bring to the friendly flea. I've got a cute little anime cat. I believe he's from the anime Rudolph. I'm really not familiar with it. I got him because I thought he was from Kiki's Delivery Service. But you know what? He's cute. He's a black cat. I love cats. So one of my basic rules for items that I carry in my shop is I never buy anything that I don't like. If I'm stuck with an item for 5 years before it sells, I still want to be happy when I see it. And he's definitely cute. And sometimes when they've been with me a while, they end up in my collection. We have a unstuffed, brand new, unused Build-A-Bear Toothless, and he has his wings. Let's see what else we got here. This is Puka from Disney's Anastasia. He's a cute little beanbag. I'm really not familiar with this one. He's made by Applause. I didn't even realize they made a beanbag of these. We have Pound Puppy, and he even has one of his outfits. The fun thing about this outfit is he's got a little diaper on underneath. Funny story, my sister fosters dogs, and she does have to put diapers on them fairly regularly. Alrighty. And then, you know, it's a thrift shop. You end up with a whole bag of stuff just for the one thing that you want. Sometimes what I do with all these extra toys is I'll save them until I get a nice big box, and then I just toss them all in it. I write free on the box, and then whenever kids walk past, I tell them if your mom and dad says it's okay, you can pick out any toy you want from that box for free. And then that's just all the random stuff. So I bought the whole bag for this one little puppy in my pocket dog. All right. And then on another day I went to the thrift shop. I got a newborn, My Little Pony. She does need her hair worked on a bit. It is matted. That's very easy for me to fix. I love fixing this. And let's see, do we have her name on here or do I have to look her up? Bon Appetit. So obviously missing all of her accessories, but the pony herself is in good shape. I apologize. That would be my cat scratching at a board. Fig, what you doing, buddy? I will have to share the story of why he is in that cage in another video. Essentially, he's in quarantine for potential rabies exposure. So, maybe I need to get poor Buddy another scratcher in there. Fig, I'm doing a video here. Can you maybe do that later? Thank you. Cats. Vintage Pink Panther beanie. There is no tag on him, but based on the condition of the fabric that was used, the style of eyes, I'm gonna guess this one is from the 70s. So, he's a pretty popular dude. Lots of people like Pink Panther. I'm now selling at a couple of antique malls. I'm selling at the Hocking Hills Flea Market, the one in Rockbridge off of Route 33, and I just got into the Springfield Antique Mall, and Pink Panther stuff goes pretty well at those. As far as little things go, I have a Jurassic Park pet. So, I know he's from the Chaos Effects line, but I can't remember exactly what he's called, but I can look him up pretty easy. And then we have Dragonus and Tanya from Disney's Mighty Ducks. So we've got two miniatures there. Sell those together as a set. They are both very sciencey characters. If they were not on opposite sides of good and bad, I would honestly be terrified of what kind of inventions these two would come up with. Sounds like that could be an interesting story for someone to write. I also have Puppy and Kitty Surprise. So these are just the babies that would come inside them. I do have one adult pony surprise and two adult puppy surprises, but the pony and the puppy are both brown. This puppy is pink. I don't have a kitty. So whoever has an adult one can either add more babies to it, or, you know, people just like the babies. And then I have one more bag here. Bunch of Barbies and stuff. I specifically went to the thrift shop saying, I need more American Girl, because I sold out of all my American Girl dolls at the Columbus Toy Show last weekend. Well, there's Grace Thomas. She is missing one shoe, but Grace is an incredibly popular Girl of the Year doll. She's very collectible. People absolutely love her. So I can fix up that hair pretty easy, get that out of her face looking nice. And then the rest of these dolls, I mean, ooh, Barbie's showing something. This is an older Barbie. I'm gonna guess she's 70s. Some enterprising person put her hair in a ponytail by using Scotch tape. Kudos to you. It looks good. It stayed in place. I'll have to fix that. I do not know much about Barbies. I've never really been into Barbie. She's just never really been my thing. So I don't think this dress goes with this doll. It does not close around her properly. I'll have to look her up, but honestly, I'll probably just put a couple bucks on her because I don't care about Barbies. We have Tiana, and I'm going to say she's wearing Belle's dress instead of her own, but it does look very nice on her. Ah, somebody chopped her hair pretty good. So we have an ice skating Anna. Again, probably toss her in the free box. And then I'm going to guess this is like a dollar store version with just molded hair. I mean, like what? I'll give her to a kid for free. She'll be $1. She might sit around in a box and I might customize her later. We'll see whatever happens to her. So yeah, you buy the bags for one thing, you end up with a bunch of other stuff. Oh, and one other thing I bought. This is a Digimon rolling suitcase. And it moves very nicely. It's in really very nice shape with no rips or tears. There's a little bit of a bump here in the front, but that could be from the books that are inside it. So this is definitely coming to the Friendly Flea with me. The only completed sold ones I can find go for about $70. I'll probably put about $50 on this at the flea market. See if there's anyone who bites. If not, it'll probably go into one of my antique mall booths. And if it does, I'll be sure to let you know. So that's all the new stuff that I've purchased over the past week. I still have to go through my boxes and condense them, load up the car, and get ready so that as soon as I clock out of my real job tomorrow, I can drive straight to the flea market and get set up. I look forward to seeing you there, and hopefully there will be many more fun videos. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see. If you want to know about what's involved in conventions, kind of the behind the scenes stuff instead of just the whole fun, I'm in a magical world for 3 days and it's friends and it's bright colorful things and I get to go to the vendor hall and see all the great art that people have created. Show you the behind the scenes of that, show you more about my cats, because you know everybody loves a good cat video. Anyway, I will head off. Got a lot of work still to do. You have a great day and I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Bye for now.